Boom, son! Yo, welcome back to the Book of Johnson. Yeah, see? That's like I keep saying, bitch. I know you're fucking looking. You know what I don't get? Is most of you gonna watch this shit, and instead of liking, sharing, or subscribing, you're gonna like it, and then you're gonna tell me that you thought it was funny as fuck, but you're not gonna share, subscribe, and motherfucking put it out there. Fucking crazy people. So, subject of discussion at the moment. What are we gonna go with? Well, how about human natures? I like to touch on these subjects because it's interesting to me to watch and see how people react to the things around them and the reactions to what people actually fucking go through. Like, you know what's crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy. The fact that people are so antisocial and anti-human these days that none of you know what it is that you're fucking doing. You don't even pay attention to the shit that you do and the way that it affects other people and the outcomes of your actions, words, and freaking things that you choose to share with people for them to engage in what you want them to know yourself as. Okay? Like, you gotta pay attention to this shit. Like, okay, I know this girl. Beautiful. Like, jaw-droppingly beautiful. I promise you, if I walked into a room with you right now, if you were a man, and even if you were a woman, your eyes would be on her. I guarantee it. Okay? Like, I just know, like, she has that amount of attraction to her that when she's out in public, everybody seems to fucking migrate towards her. It's an awesome thing to see. She obviously, well, not obviously because I didn't tell you yet, but she has the problem of not feeling that way about herself, and a lot of you do. Okay, like, it's really interesting to see because you tell it in the way that you show yourself and what you show that you do and the type of comments that you make. Like, how can I explain this so that you'll get it? Okay, I want you to go to your Facebook. You're probably on it already if you're watching this, but what I want you to do is go to your Facebook, okay, and look through your friends list. I know you don't know like 75% of the people on that list. Why? Because a lot of times it's just random fucking people that are, they look alright, you click something, add them as a friend. If you see that they commented something that seems similar to something that the way you think, you might friend that person just because, birds of a feather and shit. You feel me? You're attracted to what you're used to, and you're against anything that's outside your norm. All of you are. All of us are. Okay? The thing is, you gotta be able to make yourself step outside of your own box. I know that doesn't sound difficult, but trust me, it's more of an effort than you will even realize until you see this shit the way that I see it. Now check this out. For people that are insecure in their bodies, faces, you might be upset because your lip doesn't look as full as you want it to look because that's what you have put in your head as a picture picture of beauty. And really, you're hurting yourself without even realizing. You're subconsciously, you're punishing yourself. What you're doing is, when you keep your head down looking at your social media, and you're sitting there looking at all these pictures, and there's the guys that post, this is what the perfect woman looks like. Women have the same type of thing. All these things are set in play for you to be stuck so uncontrollably shattering yourself that you'll never allow yourself to get close to somebody unless they're broken too. Because birds of a feather, you feel me? Like, the media is set up for you to feel as though you are a minuscule piece of nothing, basically. What do you get from looking at the media? You see people posting all these pictures. You know why half the people on Facebook don't look like what they look like in real life? You see this right here? Are you watching the camera? Watch how many times my appearance completely changes. Just by a simple movement of the hat. Now, do you get where I'm going with this? This is who I choose to portray. Now, you may have some type of stereotype or skepticism or some type of thought process put in on how I must be as a person because of the attire that I choose to wear. But I promise you, that's your first mistake. And we all make that mistake in judging people right off the bat. We're trained to. You're programmed to. From the day that you're alive, if you're one of those people that has a television in your household, if you did when you were growing up, you've been programmed. It's television programming. You get it? Television programming. What are they doing? They're telling you a vision to program your mind so that that is what you seek in life, and that is what you believe is what things are to be. Now, if that seems a little far-stretched to you, let's look at it. Okay? Take this in the thought. Obesity. Alright? Now it's interesting. It's an interesting subject, right? Because one, some people it's uncontrollable. That's a lie. There's no disease that makes you fat. What there are is vaccines, medications, and motherfucking people with ideas that get you to get fat. Okay? It's basically not a horrible thing. Like, everybody makes it out like, well, okay, when you're to the point to where it's harming you physically, that's when it's bad. Okay? And it's not bad because you're fat, it's bad because it's actually hurting you to be that big. If that is your case, you seriously need to change something, because what you're doing right now isn't good for you. Alright? But the truth of it is, there's two types of fat people when it comes to the ones that become fat that weren't. You're either A, extremely comfortable, and so you finally let go of that image that you've got stained in your mind that tells you that this is attractive, this is what you have to be, nobody's going to like you if you're like this. You get rid of that, you get comfortable. Why? Usually you found somebody that doesn't look at you the way that you do. And what that means is you're one of the lucky people that found somebody that's actually able to look past appearance to see who you really were. But most of you didn't get that. Instead, you got obese because you were upset, because you were angry, because you were hurt, because people beat on you mentally to the point to where you needed some type of escape. Maybe you didn't like drugs, maybe you didn't like fucking skydiving, maybe you liked food. Or maybe you've been eating so much by yourself that it's now became your comfort zone and your answer for having day-to-day problems. And that's like, I know I give fat people a lot of shit. I do. Everybody does, for real. Like, you can't deny that you like tell the truth. When was the last time you walked into a room and somebody was overly obese and you didn't cringe your lip like, oh, what the fuck? And have that question, how do you let yourself get that way? That's because it's part of the programming that you've gone through. If you notice, rich, like, the snobby upper class type of people, they don't have televisions. Okay? Well, most of them don't anyway. They don't send their kids downstairs to watch TV. Okay? Their kids, the reason that they do think that they are better than us is because, in a sense, they're able to see us doing the sheepish things that we do that they don't, because they weren't put into life into that. Just like the kids that get homeschooled are the highest education. They get the highest education. Why? Because they're really taught. And one, the parents that teach them love them and want them to learn and want them to grow and express and find themselves, and so they push them for that. Teachers, on the other hand, sit in an open environment, give you a pamphlet, tell you to read from the pamphlet, write down on this paper, and do this. All they're really teaching you is how to work in a cubicle and be comfortable with it. How to keep your head down and not become something, just be something. You're just being a part of something. There is no real connection in the classroom, and that's why the majority of the information that you're taught in school goes right out the window, because it wasn't made that important to you for you to want to know more about it, and it wasn't given to you in a way that made you actually strive to have the end game. Like, that's the problem with schooling, is there's no end game for it. It's not, oh, you're interested in this, let's push you in this direction. It's, okay, I know you're interested, but everybody else is here too. Okay? And so even if you're going to excel at this, you're still going to have to work at their pace, because we don't want it to seem like you're special. It's fucked up, right? School teaches you, or at least tries to teach you that basically there's no difference between you and everybody else. That's a fucking bold-faced lie. Okay? Every one of us is you're an individual. You can do things that other people tell you to do, but only if you choose to. At the end of the day, it's your choice. When motherfucking your boy tells you, yo, I bet you won't go up and grab that bitch's ass. And you're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Fuck no, she'll fucking swing on me or something. You're a pussy. What? Go handle it. That's what you do. You go handle it. You know, like, but that was your choice. Now, it was your choice to make that bad decision, even though you knew that the outcome of it was that this person was going to have some type of disgust for you. But did you care? No. Why didn't you care? Because you have to be a certain person to be around the people that you think that you want to be around. You have to feel like you're involved in something, otherwise you feel lost. But the truth of the matter is, those people that are swarming together in their little cliques and groups, you know, they're segregating themselves. They're hurting themselves by lessening their opportunity to find out the other perspectives that are around them. Basically, what you do when you segregate yourself from people is you're basically a fucking idiot. Okay? Because then you're a know-it-all, basically. You know, you think you know everything this way, but there's all these different views. And nobody can tell you shit because you know it all. Right? That's why you're over there by yourself. Because you don't need their help or their opinions and their shit, right? That kind of doomed if you go that route. Fuck. See, we talk too much. Now we're up to 17 minutes. Look, you know, the Book of Johnson, bitch, you know this shit's interesting. Okay? And we're gonna continue more of it. As usual. Okay? Because this is going to be a damn near everyday thing for me. And I'm going to help fix that dark fucking shadow that you seem to be stuck in every day. Because every one of you has it following you around. None of you knows how to just enjoy I enjoy every single day. All day. You don't see me complaining or bitching about shit on the motherfucking on the social media networks. You hardly ever see me post anything unless it's something that's informational. Something that has some actual fucking use behind it. Why? Because I won't subject you to the bullshit that you're already programmed to take. Okay? I love you. Why do I love you, you perfect fucking stranger? Because you're a human being. You're a fucking person. That's why. And you should love everybody. And no, I am not a fucking churchgoer. Okay? This is not some love Jesus or devil worshipping or some type of religious anything whatsoever. I am a person that makes my own decisions. And I decide to care for people that I don't know. Why? Because I know what it's like to have no one be in your corner. And if you got no one in your corner, add me as a friend. Hit me up. Subscribe to this shit. You can talk to me about whatever you want to. And although I am going to be talking about stuff on here, I do not release personal business. If you haven't noticed, like, the whole point of this is I never put no personal shit of mine on Facebook. You know, I'm sharing some with you because you need to hear some of my personal shit to understand that I can relate and understand to what you've been through and go through. And only because I can understand it the way that I do can I help you actually step away from the shit that's tearing you apart. And I enjoy doing that. And so I hope this works for you, and I hope this helps. It'll work a lot better once people start asking me specific stuff and shit. But since this is like day 2, day 3, it's whatever. But once again, Booker Johnson. You know there's gonna be more of this.